Welcome back, Real Talk family. So from the title of this video, you already know what this video is going to be about. But before we get started, I would first like to say thank you guys so much for your support. I really do appreciate it, and welcome back to the channel. And to those that are new to my channel and you like my content, make sure you subscribe. Click that notification bell so you never miss a video that I upload. Alright you guys, so let's just go ahead and get right on into it. Today we are going to be going in on language arts. I got a couple questions about language arts and I wanted to come up here and do a video. I have other videos about tips on taking a language arts test, so you should definitely go ahead and check that out. So I wanted to focus on inferences and conclusions because I feel like that is so important whenever we are trying to figure out what we're being asked, what to do, what is even going on. So let's go ahead and get into it. I got a workbook because got a workbook. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over some things to help you guys a little bit more. All right, so inferences and conclusions. At times you have to use clues in a passage to infer beyond the literal meaning of a passage. This is sometimes called reading between the lines. Can you tell what is happening in the passage below? Let's go ahead and read the passage. William was walking downtown. As he turned down a side street, he noticed smoke rising from the roof of a brick building. There were flashing red lights reflected in the store windows. He heard sirens. People were hurrying out of the building. Okay, so the inference is there is a fire in the building. They never said that it was a fire in the they never said it was a fire in it, but they did tell us it was smoke, so we can conclude that it's obviously a fire. Okay, so clue: smoke rising from the roof of a brick building. Another clue, which is the inference, right? People were hurrying out of the building. Another clue: flashing red lights. You may have listed any of these clues that support the inference. Flashing red lights, people hurrying out of the building. All right. By making inferences, you can understand the meaning of what the author has suggested but not directly stated. You use your knowledge and common sense to figure out the meaning of clues. Using the same process, you can draw conclusions or larger inferences about longer text. While inferences are usually based on a sentence or two, conclusions are based on a whole text or large parts of it. So I wanted to read y'all that because when it comes to inferences, we have to really pay attention because sometimes people are looking for it just to say what it needs to say. But a lot of times it's not going to tell you what they're trying to get you to see, because guess what? At the end of the day, it's still a test and they're not going to give you the answers. So when it comes to inferences and conclusions, that is a very big part on every single test. And it's not just language arts, but it is other tests. So you want to make sure that you know how to infer, how you know how to make an inference about something. Because if you do not stick to your gut, knowing what you're reading and try to figure it out in ways, and you don't have go off of the information that you're being given. And another thing I want to say is that sometimes they give you a little bit too much information. So don't focus too much on that information that's not useful. So try to focus on what you're being asked. And also, as I stated in another video, you want to focus on the questions. What are you being asked? Because you might read a whole passage and you might not even need that whole passage. Now, if it's a short passage, yeah, you can go ahead and read through, but you do not want to take no more than 2 minutes on a question. I would say 1 minute, but some people might take a little longer, but 2 minutes tops. If you cannot find an answer, go ahead and flag it and come back to it. All right, so as you guys know, a lot of the work that I give you guys comes from my GED book that I had when I took the test, as well as workbooks, what I just read you guys from. That is a very essential thing, and I understand that you guys don't have it, but you can always look up stuff, watch YouTube videos, and also you can even order a GED book. You should definitely do it, and I would suggest you do that. All right, so I want to talk about some of the things that's going to be on the test. Again, because sometimes people need more than one thing to kind of get their feet wet to feel like they are even comfortable in taking the test. All right, so the following skills will be covered in this unit, and that's on the test. Identifying main ideas and supporting details, summarizing details and ideas, drawing conclusions and making generalizations, making inferences and assumptions, analyzing language, identifying plot elements, analyzing relationships of ideas. Okay, so key ideas and details. Read closely to determine what the text says explicitly and to make logical inferences from it. Cite specific textual evidence when writing or speaking to support conclusions drawn from a text. So as I stated to you guys before, you want to make sure that you understand what you're being asked. You want to understand that and understand that everything is not going to be everything. So what I mean by that is if you get a couple questions wrong or you don't understand it, that is okay. Do not panic. I do not want you guys to panic over this. Somebody also asked me, how do you manage your time? How you manage your time, don't stay stuck on the time, but definitely you want to see what the time you have in the corner of your computer so that you can know what you need to do, how fast you need to hurry up. But I do want you guys to really practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. Practice a lot of the key points. I will try my best to give you guys the best information that I can give you guys because I want you all to pass. I want you to manage your time by I wouldn't say take your time, but don't just rush through it and just have your eyes closed and you're trying to figure out the answer. Don't do that. I would suggest that you go ahead and read them questions. Go ahead and read those questions, you guys, because guess what? You may never know. You might not even have to do that. For example, this question says, what inference is supported in lines 2 through 4? So you want to go ahead and look at lines 2 through 4 and you want to focus on that. You don't want to go read that whole thing and then you go read it and you didn't even need it all. So I wanted to do that because, language charts, I love language charts. I love reading. I love writing. I love doing all of that. I am going to break down the writing portion so you guys can understand how you need to write. You can understand what things you need to focus on because the writing portion is different than probably school, but it's not hard to the point where you're not going to even understand how to do that. And I will definitely work on that for you guys so you guys can have an example and something to go off on whenever you are taking the test. As I discussed earlier in this video, I do have another video giving you guys tips. This test is 150 minutes. You do get, I believe, a 10-minute break, and I believe you get 45 minutes on the writing portion. So please keep that in mind, you guys. I will keep bringing you guys these videos because I really want to help you all, and I feel like it is possible for us all to pass our GED test, for us to obtain our GED test. You just have to do the work. Do the work. I cannot stress that enough about doing the work, you guys. I really do appreciate you all so very much, more than you guys can ever know. This channel is growing. I am trying to get this channel up to 1,000 subscribers. Each one teach one. We trying to teach everybody. Trying to show our future of how we can go about topics and test material because I want you all to pass. I really appreciate you guys. If y'all like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up because we have come to the end of this video, you guys. Thank you guys once again for your support. And if you're not subscribed yet and you're still watching, go ahead and click that subscribe button because you know you want to. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you leave your comments, questions, or concerns in the comment section below. Make sure you share this video to somebody who this may help. I hope this video was useful to you all. So until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace.